Bolu, an Anatolian paradise where all the colors dance in harmony. Bolu is a fascinating paradise with the natural beauties. It is adorned with 7 colors of green, with numerous beautiful lakes hidden among the pine forests, plateaus extending along lush valleys, rich flora and fauna, and healing geysers. Bolu is the capital city of nature tourism, with 1 national park, 1 natural park, 4 nature reserved areas, and 7 resting places in the forest. Bolu deserves exceedingly the title of sign of heaven on the earth, with every tones of green and brown. Unique atmosphere. The cooks having famous profession experts from Mengen, who create unique flavors with magic recipes. The Köroğlu Mountains, which its name is mixed with legends. The structures from Ottomans and Byzantium, lakes and hot springs. In Bolu, the castle of Fertile, Mother Nature surrounds our city with crops. Bolu is the important center of short-term holidays. Bolu is in the middle of metropolises such as Istanbul and Ankara, and on a location that not having transportation problem. Each of these natural wonders have a story in Bolu, where is a land of lakes and ponds. One of the most precious places of this paradise is Abant Lake, taking place on Abant Mountains, located 34 kilometers from center. Hiking, bicycle, phaeton, or wandering around the lake with horse are the indispensable activities. Along with comfortable hotels, bungalow cabins house guests in Abant, where the colors are always magical. Yedigöller begins being preserved as a national park in 1965. It's one of the unique natural beauties in our country. These lakes were formed as a result of that the floating masses blocked the valley's front. Gölcük is an artificial lake among forests at 13 kilometers south of Bolu and located in 1,200 meters height. The site of the lake, covered with the Scotch pines and firs, is perfect in every season. The lake and its surroundings are under protection as a resting place by national parks. Sünnet Lake, located on the modern Gönlük Road, is suitable for people who want a silent atmosphere. Mudurnu's, Sülüklü and Karamurat lakes are must-be-seen natural beauties. It's an aquatic system because of locating on migratory routes of the birds coming from Çanakkale and Istanbul Bosphorus, having peat bed and fishing. Not only lakes, but also unique natural beauties, natural surprises in Bolu will salute you. The travertines, thought to be found only in Pamukkale, are one of the surprises that the nature made Bolu. And the Bolu plateaus. The people of Bolu, who continue traditional plateau's life, established in thousands of meters above the sea level height, creates unique view for guests. The plateaus that is a part of the city's economy are the precious places of Black Sea. Bolu is a very special place with its 383 plateaus. Bolu has a large capacity in terms of health tourism. It's the important center having healing waters and historical thermal springs. Also, it receives visitors in 4 seasons. It's known that Karacasu hot springs are used since 1st century, which is a chaste resting place covered with forest at Sedan mountain slopes. It is at the distance of 5 kilometers from the city center. There are hot springs including Pavlu in Seban, Babas and Sarot in Mudurnu, except the hot springs in Bolu. Bolu also is a sports center with the high mountains, the hills protecting there the most convenient and quality snows for a long time in winter. Kartalkaya is one of the mountains having the furthest snow, which is at 2,270 meters height and at the distance of 40 kilometers from the center. The ski center has a very suitable conditions for alpine skiing and tour skiing. At Kartalkaya, there are a total of 28 ski runs with combined distance reaching 40 kilometers. Hotels in Kartalkaya house many restaurants, swimming pools, bars and discotheques, and provide countless other entertainment options. Paragliding activities are done with Turkish Air Association support at Abant, where it is convenient to tourism in 4 seasons. Bolu has an ideal atmosphere. Especially, Plateaus has the important potential on football tourism with available sports facilities. Many local or foreign sport clubs campaign every year. Esentepe is one of the most precious places in Mystic City, Gerede. At Arkut mountain slopes, skiing in winter and picnic in summer are the most common activities. The mountain covered with age-long pine trees has fresh air in 4 seasons. People climbing from 1,500 meters to 1,700 meters meet Keçi Castle. Bolu is an ancient settlement, so it has the important historical artifacts. Especially the museum and other monuments in every side of the city has been well protected since Ottoman period. The museum taking place at the first floor of Cultural Center building includes 2 parts. They are Archaeology and Ethnography Hall. The Seban rock houses are thought to be built by Phrygians living 1200 years before Christ in Seban for protection to enemy attacks. The first thing which comes to mind when saying Bolu is Köroğlu. Köroğlu with his character and Bolu are inseparable. The paradisiac districts of Bolu, rich in terms of historical artifacts. This district, declared as protected area, is a worth-seeing place. Mudurnu, where is the first settlement of both Ottomans and Seljuk attracts with wooden houses. The atmosphere created by two-floor wooden houses and historical mansions is really spectacular. Except historical mansions, Mudurnu Clock Tower, Yıldırım Beyazıt Mosque and Bath, Kanuni Sultan Süleyman Mosque are worth seeing structures. With corner fountain, the tissue of old pen tiles covered with moss, the houses, the settlement established by being used slopes, Göynük and Göynük houses. These houses are being restored and used as a pension. All of them are under protection. In addition to those, there are lots of historical artifacts. Akşemseddin Tomb is an example. Akşemseddin, master of Fatih Sultan Mehmet, a mystic and medical person of his time, lived between 1387 and 1459. The symbol of the city is Zafer Tower. It was built as three-floor on the octagonal metric in 1923 in memory of Sakarya victory. The biggest district of Bolu and one of the coldest settlements is Gerede. Evliya Çelebi had described Gerede as a beautiful place in his itinerary. Bolu people are too strong. It's famous for its coldness. There are many historical artifacts in the city center, except the Kiliseli Kale. The famous cooks, who are the most important feature of Mengen, are from Pazarköy. Very famous cooks thought in this place since many centuries. The reason of being famous of the Mengen cooks is that the cooks of Presidency and Ottoman court kitchen are from this place. This school is one of the most desired training high schools. This district is the Köroğlu's hometown and it's located at 37 kilometers southeastern of Bolu. There are many lakes and plateaus on Köroğlu Mountains taking place in the south and north of the district. Kıbrısçık, located in 63 kilometers south of Bolu, is famous for its rice. Karagöl resting place is suitable for picnic and camping, and Kıbrısçık with the Köroğlu Hill is suitable for trekking and nature tourism. There are important developments in industry and service sector in Bolu. The employment areas increase gradually except to cookery. The forest is important in terms of economy. The manufactured product in Bolu is leather, which is being used to make bag, shoes, cloth and belt. Bolu has more advantage than the other areas due to the collective production by means of the common firms established by leather dealers. Bolu has an important role in chicken industry. The white meat products are produced in the factory established with modern technology. There are 45 active factories built on the area with 73 hectares in Bolu Organized Industrial Zone. İzzet Baysal Foundation, called My Greatest Accomplishment by its founder, Bolu's source of pride and modest person, Mr. İzzet Baysal, has contributed 127 different work in the fields of public health, and education. Besides his contributions reaching 290 billion Turkish liras, Mr. Baysal has been an outstanding businessman and a guide by his exemplary manners and his advices. In 2006, İzzet Baysal Foundation was the first foundation to be awarded Outstanding Service Prize by the Grand National Assembly of Turkey for its charity work and pro bono investments. And his greatest achievement of all, Abant İzzet Baysal University will always be a source of hope for future generations. The university, surrounded with Bolu's natural beauties, developed rapidly in the recent years, which is established as state university, supported with foundation in 1992. The university has the superior equipment and physical structure. The university changed fast, although it is a new university. The chocolate mixed with mountain nut, chocolate and brittle, also it's very delicious and has a fame all around the whole country. Tastiest of both saray and shakshak halwa is made in Mudurnu. Bolu potato, cranberry tarhana, hazelnut candy and pine cone jam are a few of the famous local products. Mudurnu people are famous for point lace, and the people who don't make point lace are few. Coppersmith and ironworking are the jobs that only a few people do in the middle and ironworkers bazaar. Bolu is one of the important cities of Turkey, with 8,458 square meters area and 300,000 of population. Bolu has the furthest forest, and 61% of the city is covered with forest. There are 72 protected areas, including 120 lakes and ponds. Hundreds of civilizations had lived in Bolu, so it's an historical place. There are 389 special structure samples. 120 of them were restored. The presence of 500 immovable culture and nature in Bolu are under protection. Bolu, where natural beauty, history and industry stand side by side, where modern and nostalgic lifestyles are lived hand in hand. Bolu, an Anatolian paradise where all the colors dance in harmony.